Good morning and welcome to a beautiful day out here on the south coast of England. Out behind us is the town of Falmouth, and we've just left and we're sailing very slowly in a gentle breeze. It's a lovely day and we are headed for Scotland by way of the Irish Sea. More on that later. At the moment I am here all alone on the boat, which is quite rare for me. And I'm sort of looking forward to it, also with a sense of trepidation, but we will see how it goes. At the moment we are heading south towards the peninsula at the end here. Dead ahead of us, about 4 hours away, is the headland of the Lizard, and I want to round that when the tide is slack and then head out towards Land's End and turn north and head in the general direction of Scotland. That is the approximate plan. Here we go, it's lunchtime now. We've rounded the Lizard, the southerlymost point of England, and we are heading west still. Out that way towards, can't quite see it yet, towards Land's End, and we're hoping to be catching the tide round Land's End up into the Bristol Channel and out into the Irish Sea. It's a lovely day so far still, really sunny, had a few dolphins, dodged a few fishing vessels, very nice. Well, here we are, rounding Land's End. It's pretty rough. I guess this is where the Atlantic hits England. Lovely looking lighthouse over there. Gonna go round that, not gonna hit it. And then we're going to go north. Good morning. It is the dawning of day 2 of my trip, and overnight we crossed the Bristol Channel at a good pace, and we're now nearing the coast of Wales, which I think we might not be able to see because it looks like this to me. But in about 20 minutes we should be passing near a lighthouse, which marks the closest part of Wales that we're going to hit. Everything is good. The steering is very squeaky, so I need to find out why that is. I've kind of got used to it, but I should probably deal with it. And after we pass the tip of Wales at Pembrokeshire, we are going to head out into the Irish Sea with a cup of tea. Okay people, it's with great excitement I can now show you Wales. That is the nation of Wales. I'm afraid that isn't the best I'm going to get. I can just see the sun trying to peek through the fog over there. I have high hopes for later. Nice sailing though, and not too chilly. Oh, the sun's trying even harder now. Come on, you can do it. You got this. What do you do? we've also got morning dolphins. And then just like that, the fog has gone and it's turned into a beautiful day. Well done, son. We knew you could do it. Gorgeous. When we're offshore, or even possibly when we're quite near shore as we are now, we just can't get a mobile phone signal. Regular phone is a bit useless. So what we do is we rely upon this little satellite box here. This is an Iridium Go. And it's very low bandwidth. So if you remember what maybe broadband dial-up internet was like in the 1990s, this is significantly worse than that. So the things we can do with it is we can send and receive small emails and texts, and we can download the weather, which is really, really important. And we can also make phone calls on it, which is fun and handy as well. But apart from that, really very little. But it does have some advantages. So it's very portable. We can unclip this, and it's plugged in currently to an antenna on the back, but we can just unplug everything and take it with us in an emergency, put it in the grab bag, put it in the life raft. And it also every hour sends an update of our current position as well, so that friends and family know where we are. So it has a few of those like lightweight, low power, low bandwidth things going for it. And I think we'll keep this for a while, but you can increasingly see that people are going to want more and more things like Starlink, where you can get a regular internet connection, even if it costs a little bit more in terms of power usage. And makes sense for a lot of safety reasons. So sometimes you're just a bit stuck and you need to look something up, you need to find some advice on something, and it'd be really, really handy to have that. I think we lose something though a little bit in the process, because part of being out here is the isolation. It's being able to say to people, I'm sorry, for the next 2 weeks I really can't do that. And not being able to browse social media, not being able to while away time on your phone is probably a really, really important thing of being out here. And I think we're probably at the end of that. I think we're at the end of the era where that level of isolation actually makes sense. And ultimately, I think being connected will win. But like I said, we're sticking with this for now, and I'm just about to download today's weather. There's almost no wind, but we're sliding along very gently. It's really lovely. I think soon, however, we'll have to resort back to the engine again. As lovely though this is, we're also going the wrong way. But the sun's come out fully, and it's just lovely out here, really nice. The sea is quite flat. Gorgeous day, absolutely gorgeous. I think I'll have a snack and think about the wind a little bit more. Excitingly for me, over there in the distance, probably beyond the view of the camera, you just about see land. That's Ireland, my first glimpse of Ireland on this trip. Probably about 20 to 25 miles away. So we are now in the Irish Sea, which is probably worth a quick geography lesson as we plough through it. So over here behind me, on the east side of the Irish Sea, is the massive island of Great Britain. Pay attention, this will be in the test. That's Great Britain. Quite close to us now is the coast of Wales, a bit further north, coast of England again. And up ahead of us, in the general direction we're going, is Scotland. Scotland, England, Wales, on Great Britain. Hope you're with me so far. Over there on the Irish coast, that's the island of Ireland. And the bit I can see now is part of the Republic of Ireland. Also commonly just called Ireland, just to confuse you. The top end, facing Scotland, is Northern Ireland, and Northern Ireland forms part of the United Kingdom, wait for it, United Kingdom of Great Britain, Wales, England, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. Those four nations form the UK. The rest of the Ireland over there is the Republic of Ireland, commonly called Ireland. There, makes complete sense, doesn't it? And the Irish Sea is, I guess, if you look at the whole set of islands here as an archipelago, it's sort of dead set in the centre of the archipelago, which forms the British Isles as a whole. It is confusing, isn't it? That's what happens when you have a weight of a lot of history. Up ahead of us, also out of sight, up the Irish Sea, is a small island called the Isle of Man. And the Isle of Man is a self-governing territory that isn't part of the United Kingdom and isn't part of Ireland at all. It has the oldest continuously functioning parliament in the world, and its foreign policy and defence are overseen by the UK, but it's not part of the UK. It's something else, something different, just to add to the mess. And it's not the only small island in these islands like that. I think I got through that okay. Like I said, it will begin the test. Well, the engine's back on for a bit because we're going this way and there's about 2.5 knots of current going that way at this point in the Irish Sea. Strong spring tides. I decided though this may as well just live with it and go a bit slow, because we should pick it up again a bit later as the tide turns. Still a gorgeous day. There's always something to do. Let's see what that alarm is. Sunset alarm. Apparently we're about to be run down. I don't think so, luckily. Let's go back and enjoy the sunset. Morning. It's 5 AM. It's breakfast time. Right, this guy here that I'm about to pass nearby has a sailboat, and it's got the word solo sail tacked onto the end of their AIS name. At least you know what you're getting with them. Let's see what we've got out here. Oh, a faint hint of a sunrise. Solo sailors just passed in front of us, 1.5 miles away, and slightly into the path of an oncoming cargo ship. I'm sure they'll be fine. Very slow moving ballet. Good afternoon. We are closing in now on the Northern Irish coast, where we hope to be pulling into Bangor Marina just near Belfast. This has been an area with lots and lots and lots of fishing vessels, so even though it's a Sunday, it's a work day for some people. That's all going on there. And over on the other side of the boat, out towards the east, I can just see, and I suspect you can't, I can just see the Isle of Man. And even more dimly, up that way, further north, is the first part we're going to see of Scotland. But not today, because we're going into Marina, where I'm going to have a night's sleep, a proper night's sleep. It'll be absolutely marvellous. Great trip though. Something in the water up ahead. I think it might be a dead dolphin. Something like that. Oh, weird. I don't know, something anyway. Could it be a seal? Could be a seal actually. Yeah, it's got flippers down the side. Oh dear. There's a tragedy. It's made the seagulls happy. There's some tide flowing through here. Well, we've made it into port in Bangor, Northern Ireland, just next to Belfast, which is great. I think the hardest part of all of that was actually just coming into the marina by myself. It isn't something I do a lot, and clearly isn't a talent of mine. However, with a bit of fumbling, we made it, and no damage was done. Hurrah! So the next stage of this voyage is to leave here and head across the water to Scotland. So I'm quite looking forward to that, hoping for some good weather. But for now, I just really need to catch up on some sleep.